Hi, Aquarius. No, Sagittarius. Sorry about that, Sagittarius. You could be dealing with an Aquarius. This month, July, is going to have you really up in your head. You could be getting lots of intuition. You might actually be, for the first time, hearing your guides, hearing higher inspiration extremely clearly, and it could be sort of putting you off center a bit. Whereas in the past, you could have been coming from a lower bodily state. Now you're moving into a higher mind state. You're making the great leap between the heart and the throat. And you could be wanting to tell everybody about your spiritual awakening or spirituality or your ideas. You want to travel. You want to go to places of spiritual interest, pilgrimage. That sort of thing is starting to really interest you. Instead of going with the masses, the throngs, going with all the masses, you're stepping sideways and looking at the masses, the normalcy, what people expect to be normal in society, and you're starting to realize that that may not necessarily be the way you want to live your life anymore. You know, we are born into this world and we get educated into the school system, and then you must go to university or whatever. You must go into higher education, and then you must go get these certain jobs, and then to be this really good member of society, you must take a partner or of some kind and bring children into the world, or whatever's expected of you in your society and in your locality, your culture, and also your family structure. And you're looking at all of that and realizing that that's not going to be your way of life, or you're choosing for it to not be your way of life. You're going to change things and do them your way, on your terms. So there's like an angst building up on the expectations of you need to be fulfilling these certain things, these roles, these expectations. I think you envisioned that life was going to be a certain way as well, and it's proving to be something completely different. So we'll flesh this out for you, beautiful Sagittarius, and I do apologise for calling you Aquarius. And I'll just check in if you'd like to like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I also have availability for private readings if anyone's interested, but we'll get right into it for you, beautiful Sag. Travel's got a lot to do with it. And see, travel's your happy place, that's for sure. You want to explore the greater mysteries. And see, travel could be literally of the mind, seeing things in a different perspective. I hear plant medicine could have something to do with it, or you look at people that do plant medicine and it's not for you. It's one or the other at the moment. Could be seeing how people are affected by it and realize that you don't need that to be able to find enlightenment. But you've definitely inspired, and you've got the reins in your life at the moment, and you could be racing around telling everybody how to live their life as well, or other people are doing it to you. But you could be wanting to draw in a union. I feel it's more friendship than emotional. Interesting. So friendship has less emotion. Friendships can have as much emotion as romantic relationships, and I think you're realizing that that's the case as well, that there's so many nuances when it comes to relationships, that you could be finding yourself inseparable from a friend. You know, you have so much in common that you sort of feed off each other when it comes to ideas, and you may even travel with this individual to far-flung places, I hear. It will be done on the cheap, I'm hearing, more like a backpack or less being shuffled around in tour guide type of scenarios. Not that I don't think many people do those sorts of tours anymore, do they? You're going off on your own to find things, even in your own area, your own country, seeing things in a very different way, seeing things from a tourist's point of view. Interesting. You realise there's a lot of temptations out in the world. And at times I think that you can overdo things. It's very easy to be tempted off the path, I hear. There's all these things there waiting to grab you, I'm hearing. So you're realising that it's a very fine line to walk a straight path, whatever the straight path is for you. And there's many things coming at you trying to take you away from that, down the side lanes, down the back roads, I hear, or that sort of thing. But there's something to do with the key here, and your key turned up upside down and the devil's key's upright here. So you're finding the key to your success or your life here through seeing things completely different, upside down. Alice in Wonderland, down the rabbit hole, I'm hearing. You could be drawn to go to festivals, counterculture type of things. You could have been told by society that they are the devil's playground, but you're finding it to be actually a key to opening your subconscious. Could be something in that. You're basing your ideas a lot on what's come before. This is the way we do it in our society. This is what's expected of you. But you're realising that that is just a trap to keep us all sheep-like, I hear. You don't want to be just the black sheep. You want to be the sheep in rainbow colours with a tutu dancing. Whatever it is. But you also know that by... Isn't that interesting? Sorry, I'm laughing because all I can see is this sheep spinning around in a pretty tutu. You're realising that you can be so outrageously different but still an equal member of society. There's a longing inside you to have the freedom that you used to as a child to dress up and just be something. Try it on for size, I hear. Instead of you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to be this to be a good human in this culture. You could be dealing with an older patriarchal figure here, a father or somebody that is not overly happy with what you're doing with your world. They were raised with their own stuff. I hear it's coming from their own foundations. You look at the two peers here, or the two peers are behind this authority figure. They are coming from a place that is trying to look after you, if this is your scenario, but they're coming from their own stuff. We can't live the life the same as our ancestors. Life is so very different now. And what they expected for us and how we needed to behave may not be the way that you see it. And you may feel like you need to get this person out of the way before you can walk through into your enlightenment, I hear, but at the moment they are standing in the way, quite closed off, worried about their own heart, I hear. They could have heart troubles. Twice. Heart troubles. 3 events have happened recently that have really wounded you. And I hear that you have no more space to allow that to happen any longer. I also hear keep your ideas and thoughts to yourself at the moment. Don't retaliate. And don't try and convince anybody. You know the way out of this scenario, whatever this scenario is, but it's going to be a different way than you came in, whatever that it means to whoever that means something to. Could be dealing with a Leo or a Virgo, but you're having to balance out how you think. You're having to balance out wanting to roar at somebody. You're having to realize that you're going to have to be a lot more stealthy about your choices from now on, I hear as well. Okay. Massive desire to express yourself through your own creative expression. So if you're drawn to playing an instrument, but also dress up. Hold a dress-up party where people can just sort of do things differently. Hold a little garden party where people get a chance to dress up or something like that, or you're dreaming of one. Dreaming of the time where you used to be able to just dress up and be and explore and try things on for size yet again. Expressing your soul. So what does your soul really want to express in the world? Is it music, creativity, art, dance? Go and explore the creative expression of yourself. In an environment, I hear, that allows freedom of creative expression. So it could be a class, it could be a weekend away, it could be a festival, it could be whatever it is to you. Open yourself to the person you can heal and grow with. You may be seeking this or wishing your partner would come along for the ride with you. But there could be something holding you back when it comes to this. An expectation that you would have had this by now. And you might be openly seeking this passion outside of yourself, I hear, instead of igniting the passion within. Looking for the other half. Or wanting the relationship to go back as it was at the beginning, I hear too. If that's the case, the honeymoon period only lasts for a short period of time. In today's culture, it's very easy to get quite bored and go on to the next partner once that honeymoon period's over. But the honeymoon period burns bright, intense, and then it's done. It says to open yourself up to the person you can heal and grow with, to go through the various cycles of relationship. They're getting used to each other. They're sort of settling down into the daily grind. Time, everything is in divine and perfect order, and step into nature to come out of isolation. Everything is in perfect time. The more we look for things outside of ourselves, the more it seems like it's further away and we grasp at it, trying to chase it. Well, this person's just decided to go and just connect with nature, be in the present moment, and all the wonderfulness of nature has come to her. So sometimes it stops to actually stop grasping and chasing and desiring to have incredible experiences come to you. So you've been asked to step back and look at your situation as it is, instead of how you'd like it to be as well. Pen to paper. Automatic writing comes in. If you're interested in spiritual practice, automatic writing is popping up for you. Check that out if you're at all interested. Every day is a new beginning. And when your fortune is good, share it. So you've got a lot to give. An incredible amount to give. So now's the time to decide what kind of life you'd like to live, what you'd like to be, who you'd like to be, how you'd like to spend your spare time. Not based on what people are perceiving would be best for you, but on your own choices. And when your fortune is good, share it. So share once you're actually in that place of knowing yourself truly and coming from an authentic place. It opens you up to find somebody who will see you for exactly as you are. Instead of you presenting yourself or them presenting themselves as something they wish they were, you actually are the thing. And it leads to more stable and long-lasting relationships. I'm hearing that sort of, the online dating culture where people put up photos that are, the best looking photo, the best angle, all the rest of it. But there's many angles to a human being. It can be very superficial. And you're looking for depth. But the road is calling. Walking that fine line. Realizing that temptation is everywhere. Knowing that you have the key to your life in your pocket. And there may be many doors that look like the key fits into, I hear. And at times you might have tried the key in those different doors, but they may have opened, but they opened onto things that you wouldn't necessarily have chosen for yourself, I hear. So I also hear be very aware and conscious of what doors you try and open. Once they're open, I hear it's very hard to shut them, to lock them back up. Interesting. Interesting. All right. What that for? Begin to explore. So it looks like you'll be opening yourself up to someone that you can heal and grow with here. A partner looks like they're coming in for you, even if it's just partnership with yourself or yourself with nature. Beginning to explore what brings passion into your life, what brings you happiness, puts a fire in your belly. When you are inspired and driven and on top of your game, that's when somebody will be coming in for you and could be coming in quite quickly. It could be a fire sign, another fire sign. But as a fire sign yourself, you are very attractive. So as I said, be careful who or what you decide, what door you decide to open. Getting keys to a new car or a new house. Very important to check, because make sure it's not just what society expects of you. You know, we have to have a house, we have to have a car, we have to all these things. Check in and make sure that you can afford these things. Don't get the best, the most expensive. I'm also hearing go something that you can afford and be happy to be able to take care of. The bigger the house, the more it costs to look after, I'm hearing. The more expensive the car, the more it costs to look after. You know, big BMW or Ferrari or something. I should imagine Ferrari parts are extremely expensive, you know, that sort of stuff. So just be aware of that at the moment. Because you do like things to look good. You like yourself, your environment. You like to be perceived as someone that's, you know, really going places. But now's the time to envision solutions where you can have all this wonderfulness, but also in a place where you can be happy and be able to afford it and build on it and do it your way, I hear. So every day is a new beginning. Do all things knowing that you are now pulling the swords out of your own heart here, from possible places that you might have opened, this way. You might have opened doors that you may not necessarily have wanted to and end up stuck there for quite some time. Now it's time to take the reins, the key to your own life, and make those choices. Work on your creativity. Do things that you love. Spend more time outside, traveling, listening to live music, whatever it is for you. And know in your heart here that you are attracting like-minded people that want to live life as passionately as you do. Because when your fortune is good, you love to share it. And so you should. I really hope that helped. I love you all, and bye for now.